and welcome to a new trip report here on Bongoplanes. We are currently in Christchurch, New Zealand and have a flight to Dunedin this afternoon. We have plenty of time, so I will try to go on a little bit of a discovery tour through the terminal here. Now here we of course have baggage drop. We have already checked in our luggage, so we don't need to head over there. So yeah, I will go on a little discovery tour, take you with me, and then later I will give you more information about our flight today. So welcome back. As we are heading through the terminal on a little discovery tour, I think it's time for you to get more information about our flight today. As I mentioned, we are in Christchurch, New Zealand, and we have a flight to Dunedin on flight NZ5753, so with Air New Zealand, on an ATR72-600. Our scheduled boarding time is 10 minutes to 4 in the afternoon, and our scheduled departure time is 5 minutes past 5 in the afternoon. Our gate will be gate 11, and as you might have seen in our footage so far, I've already found it. But what is really confusing me is that I can walk from the street directly to my gate and there's no security. I am very, very confused. I have never been anywhere where I could do that. I have been traveling in Europe extensively, in Asia, in South and North America, but I have never come across anywhere where I could walk literally from the street outside into the terminal and directly to my gate, and there is no security check whatsoever. I actually don't really mind it, but it is really confusing me. I have never come across something like that. It's a bit strange for me. But anyway, as we still have a few hours before boarding, I think I will find some lunch, and then I will talk to you once we are on board the aircraft. So, welcome on board flight NZ5753 from Christchurch to Dunedin. We are sitting in seat 13A, just behind the wing. Actually, I wanted to change my seat. Well, the flight is very empty today, so it would be very easy just to take another seat without any problem. But we have actually been specifically asked not to leave our seats. The reason for that, I have never come across that, and I mean, okay, I think it's a normal thing for a small aircraft like the ATR when you don't have many passengers on board, but I have never experienced it before. The reason was given by the pilots, and that's simply because of the calculations, the weight distribution of the aircraft. They have made the calculations for with the amount of passengers and where they're seated. And because we are so few, it would make a difference if we suddenly move to other seats. So they have specifically asked us not to move away. Amazing thing, amazing. So boarding itself started 10 minutes delayed. So we have a departure now. I mean, we are taxiing now. If I look at the time, I think we will be delayed with about 5 minutes heading out again, boarding super fast because I think we are like 5, 6, 7 people on board. The aircraft is very empty today. Our estimated flight time today is 1 hour and 5 minutes. The weather here in Christchurch, sunny and 18 degrees Celsius. Again, I have to come back to the fact that I have entered this aircraft without being checked at all. No security checks, and it's confusing me even more now after I've walked through the terminal, because there have been areas where there were security checks, so there are departures that are being checked, but the area from where we were departing, there were no security checks whatsoever. I want to stress out that I actually don't really mind it, but it is very strange for me. I've never come across that anywhere else in the world, so I'm very curious if there is someone from New Zealand watching this video and you have any clue if this is normal or if this is temporary or what is it about. Please let me know in the comment section below, because I'm very, very interested to hear if this is normal in New Zealand. Anyway, we are heading towards the runway now, ready for takeoff pretty much, I guess, but I will leave you with that, and then I will come back to you once we are heading in towards Dunedin with a little bit more information about how the flight went so far. So, welcome back ladies and gentlemen on flight NZ5753 from Christchurch to Dunedin, and we are heading in towards Dunedin right now, so that is the perfect time for us to talk about our flight so far. Now, it is of course on a turboprop. The ATR72 is a turboprop, and that means it is a bit more noisy than we would normally have on a jetliner, but it is actually not that bad. Modern turboprops have made quite some advancements in that area, and it also helps that we are sitting behind the engine and not right next to it. The cabin crew, friendly and welcoming as always. In my experience with Air New Zealand, it's a joy to fly with them. We were served water or tea, coffee and snacks, all for free, of course, on Air New Zealand flights. Very nice indeed. The seats on the flight itself are actually quite nice. They are very comfortable. The seat pitch is great, so as a comparison or as a reference, I am 182 centimeters tall and I have plenty of space. What I really don't like is the lack of a seat pocket, because I normally have, my camera equipment and stuff with me, and I like to put it there while I'm flying, and I can't. So in today's flight, as there's no one next to me, I can put the stuff on the seat next to me, but if this flight was full, I would have to hold it, and I really don't like that. But other than that, the flight has actually been really enjoyable, and yeah, another great experience with Air New Zealand so far.
It's quite busy down here with the sharing concerts with the aircraft, and I'm just waiting for one that started on our gate and we're shortly taxiing out. So please do remain seated with seatbelts fastened until I turn the seatbelt sign on. Just a couple of minutes more. Thanks for your patience.
So, welcome in Dunedin. You might have understood or might not have understood what the captain just said. I don't know how clear the audio was, but he basically explained that the ramp that we are supposed to pull into is still occupied by another aircraft, which will be leaving very shortly, so we will have to wait for that. Fair enough. The peculiar thing is we will be waiting on the runway. I think that's a clear indication that Dunedin is not the most busy airport in the world. Otherwise, I think we would have a problem. Anyway, it has been a really enjoyable flight. It's the last flight of the day today. I've had 2 flights before that. I started the day really early in Auckland, flew to Wellington, from Wellington to Christchurch, and then now from Christchurch to Dunedin. I've made a trip report on all these flights and they are all on my YouTube channel, so do feel free to check them out. I would like to say thank you very much for having traveled with me. I hope you have enjoyed this trip, and I would love to see you on a future trip on my channel. With that, I'd like to say thank you very much for watching. Hope to see you soon again. I'm checking out, and bye.